Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of What If Naruto Wanted Strength More Than the Recognition. And this is the second episode where I'm going to talk about how different Naruto's life will be without him wanting to get recognized by the villagers. So, without further ado, let's get started. In our previous video, we saw how Naruto would be a lot different than in the original, but he would still have some friends. In fact, he would have very close ties with these friends. And unlike in the original, he would also get respected for his strength and feared also as well. But despite all that, his life would go on as normal as it could. And after graduating from Ninja Academy, he will soon join a team of Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi. But right now, they are taking a genin test with Kakashi, and Kakashi literally destroyed Sasuke and Sakura because of his battle with Naruto. Naruto was using 60% of his strength and using all of his jutsu like fireball, great fireball jutsu, great dragon fire jutsu, and great breakthrough, and other simpler jutsu that he learned throughout the duration of his 6 year time in Ninja Academy. So he was quite good at it, and after using 60% of his strength, he began to realize just how much he underestimated Johnny level characters, and especially Kakashi, because before he defeated Mizuki, he only used 10% of his strength, and with Iruka, he was easily able to defeat Mizuki. But right now, he was fighting Kakashi one on one, so he was outputting more and more of his strength. So it was gradually climbing from 20% to 40% to 60%, and right now he was at 60%, and he could go beyond, and he does. He reaches 80% of his strength, and at this moment his hand seals, chakra reserve, and even taijutsu growth exponentially. He began to output more of his chakra into his ninjutsu, creating devastating effect on the spot. But while he fought Kakashi quite well, he realized something. Kakashi had not used any of his offensive attacks with killing intent. That means he was still reserving his power, which was quite frustrating for someone who always respected his strength and wanted to become the strongest person in the world. And Naruto did not like that. Naruto wanted Kakashi to release more of his strength and go with the kill, but obviously Kakashi would not try to kill his own student. So what's going to happen is that Naruto would realize that he would need to put out his 100% as well. So his 100% is little different. Up until 80% he would release all of his strength. Yes, 80% is his own strength. That means ninjutsu, taijutsu, and chakra reserve. These all belongs to him right now. But after he enters 100% mode, he would use the chakra of Ninetail that is stored inside of him, and this chakra of Ninetail is quite powerful, but also not something he would want to use against his enemies, because that was not his power. At least he does not consider it his power. So after Naruto realizing that, he did not want to fight Kakashi anymore, but he also did not want it to admit defeat. And just at this moment, an Ambu member arrives and stops their battle with wood binding jutsu. And after both of them were separated, the Ambu replies that third Hokage does not want this fight to be more destructive than it already has been, and it was attracting quite a lot of people as well, including other teams and other gaining squads. So they must stop fight right now. And Yamato also realized that Naruto was struggling whether he should use Ninetale chakra or not, because his woody style could still sense Ninetale chakra. And because of this, he also asked Kakashi to stop this battle right now, otherwise it would not be good for both of them. And so Kakashi stopped, and he said that they did not pass his test since they did not get the bell, but he was actually wrong about this, because while Naruto was fighting against Kakashi, he still had the bells in his mind. So he was figuring out a way to get the bell from Kakashi, and right now it was that moment. And suddenly the leaf beneath Kakashi transformed into Naruto, and Naruto quickly grabbed those bells. He had already used his shadow clone to transform into leaf, and now, well, while Kakashi was distracted, he got the bells in his hand. And after seeing the bells, Kakashi decided to let Naruto choose which member he would choose from Team 7. But Naruto, being someone more attracted toward strength than teamwork, decided to give the bells to both of them and decided to start training on his own and become a normal one man team. At least that's what he planned, but his action caused Kakashi to look at him from different perspective, which is that the essence of teamwork is giving up his own results for the sake of others. And he passed Naruto's test, but Sasuke and Sakura were a bit different. They didn't know whether to accept it or not, and while they were hesitating, Sasuke finally decided not to accept it because he did not wanted anyone's charity. And Sakura, being alone, she also could not bring herself to accept it, and finally Kakashi let all of them pass his test. And finally Team 7 was officially established under the care of Kakashi Hatake, and the members were Naruto Uzumaki, Uchiha Sasuke, and Sakura Haruno. And after the Team 7 establishment of Team 7, they started doing D rank missions with Kakashi, but because the D rank missions were questionably too low for Naruto, he decided to let his shadow clone do the missions while he continued training. He was a training maniac and he would not stop training at any moment. So his training was quite ongoing for a month while his shadow clone was doing all the D rank tasks with his friends. And after they completed over 30 missions, they finally could not bear anymore. Even Naruto, who was only using shadow clone, could not bear it anymore, so they decided to go for the better task, which was C rank mission in the land of waves. And finally we are going for the land of wave arc, and this is not going to be that much of a different, except the battle between Jabuja and Kakashi is not going to happen. So let's continue. Okay, they would get C rank mission from Hokage, and they would also meet Tajuna there. Tajuna explains them about their missions, and they decides to take this mission, and they escort Tajuna to his house and also protect him until the bridge was finally built. So for this mission, Team 7 finally head out of Konoha, and as they were moving to our land of waves in the middle of the day, Kakashi and Naruto noticed something strange. There was a puddle on the ground while it was a hot sunny day. Even if there was a rain few days ago, it should not be there. The puddle should not be there. So Naruto was quite confused as he looked at Kakashi for the next order, but Kakashi simply ignored it, and Naruto did not know what to do. So what he did was he walked through puddle, and after they crossed puddle, Kakashi got captured by two people. These two were none other than demon brothers, and after they captured Kakashi, they immediately pulled their chains and Kakashi got sliced. So after killing Kakashi, demon brothers decided to go for the Genins, but Naruto noticed something. As strong as Kakashi was, it should not be possible with someone with such a low chakra to defeat him. So he was confused how Kakashi would get wrecked by these two so easily, but after he sensed Kakashi's presence nearby, he immediately understood that he was just testing their courage and strength. So Naruto did not make any move. He let Sakura and Sasuke make their moves because he knew that his strength was more than enough to deal with it, and probably Kakashi also knew that. So he was waiting for Sasuke and Sakura to make a move, while Sakura did not even make a single move, but Sasuke managed to release a fireball from his mouth. Although he was a bit late, as those demon brother easily dodged his fireball. And seeing this, Naruto realized that he had no choice but to use his strength, and he immediately used his taijutsu, appeared behind both demon brother and slammed their face on the ground with his hand behind their heads. And after slamming them on the ground, they did not die immediately, but they lost their consciousness. Kakashi appeared, and Sakura and Sasuke sighed a breath of relief. Sakura was a bit too afraid of saying of this kind of thing, like she was not even a ninja just a few days ago, so it was hard for her to accept it, while Sasuke recovered quite quickly. As for Naruto, there was literally no difference. Kakashi decided to ask them about their mission, since it should not be possible for ninjas of Chunin caliber to appear in C rank mission. So after he tried to get information from them, they simply used poison to kill themselves. And seeing this, Kakashi shifted his attention toward Tajuna, as he was the only one who could truly explain the true danger of this mission. And after a while, Tajuna had no choice but to explain everything to them, and Team 7 still decided to continue the mission, and they went to Land of Waves. As they were going toward it, they encountered a strange mist covering a large portion of the forest, at least the place where they reached. So after that, they noticed something, especially Naruto and Kakashi, that this mist was not natural. Someone created this with their chakra, and Naruto immediately began to realize the seriousness of this mission, as it not only included two Chunin but could also possibly include a Jonin level character. And knowing the strength of Kakashi, he knew that this Jonin was not going to be an easy one as well. But this only sparked his fighting intent, as a training manic, and as his goal to become strongest, he always wanted to face stronger and stronger foe. Right now, without using his nine-tailed chakra, can he face and defeat a Jonin level character? That was his goal right now. So as soon as he sensed someone nearby, he immediately got excited. He made a few hand signs, and a large wind blew out of his mouth and cleared the entire forest. Finally, he saw a massive blade coming towards him. Using his taijutsu, he jumped into the air and spun himself. He grabbed the hilt of the sword and landed on the ground while pushing the sword on the ground. He looked at the tree and said, "Hey, did no one teach you that you should not throw your weapon, especially a weapon like sword, to your enemy?" After saying that, he simply decided to keep the sword for himself. While it was just a warning, it sounded like a mockery in the ears of Jabuja. He was quite a hot-tempered man, and he immediately got angry at Naruto, and he started calling him brat and started mocking him. But before he could even continue mocking him for a long, Naruto simply made several of the hand signs and released a massive fireball. This was the last fireball that Kakashi saw in his battle with Naruto, and this was the first fireball that Naruto released in his battle with Jabuja, because right this moment he understood the difference between him and Jonin. He needed to release 80% of his strength to deal with a Jonin, and he was not going to hold back anymore. So after releasing a massive fireball that was the size of several trees, his fireball collided against the tree where Jabuja was standing. Because his speed was quite fast, Jabuja could not even react. But he was still a Jonin after all. He immediately used water clone to run away, and after water clone disappeared, he simply created a massive stream of water style great waterfall jutsu, and this jutsu covered a large span of forest as it brushed toward Naruto. And seeing this, Kakashi tried to warn Naruto, but Naruto was already preparing his hand seals. After preparing his hand seals, he breathed out a massive dragon fire that rushed toward that water stream and collided against it. Although water stream looked a lot bigger than the fire dragon, it was still nearly the same. The collision created a massive steam from that water, and the remaining water just simply collapsed on the ground. Seeing this, once again Jabuja got a leg up in with his hidden mist jutsu as he tried to get his sword back. But Naruto still had a clear look into his surrounding with his sensing abilities, and he was able to sense the presence of Jabuja coming towards him. Without any further ado, he simply raised his foot and kicked Jabuja into his stomach, throwing him out of the steam. As the steam blew away, he finally saw Jabuja colliding against the tree and falling onto the ground. He coughed out blood and he looked at Naruto in shock, as he did not understand how Naruto was able to sense him inside the mist. He looked at Naruto and asked, "Are you a sensor type ninja?" And Naruto simply shook his head and said, "I'm going to be the strongest ninja, so I should not have any weakness at all." After saying that, he prepared a shadow clone, and both shadow clone and his own body started making hand signs. But two of them were completely different. One of them released a fireball jutsu, while another one released a great breakthrough. When both of them merged together, a massive fireball rushed toward Jabuja, which he could not deflect that easily. But he was still preparing a lot of seals in his hand, and after preparing nearly 44 hand seals, he finally released a massive water dragon towards Naruto. Thankfully, there was a pond nearby, so he was able to create this massive water dragon that could collide against his improved version of Fireball. As they collided, the more and more steam started coming out of it. And seeing this, Naruto finally realized that his Fireball Jutsu would not be able to kill Jabuja, so he needed something else to kill Jabuja, and he decided to simply use his Taijutsu as a rush toward Jabuja. And after sensing his presence, he immediately slammed a fist into his face. But Jabuja was also an elite ninja, so he was able to see this coming for the second time, so he immediately raised both of his forearms to block it. But the impact of that punch was still strong enough to shake his hand. But before even Jabuja could react, Naruto raised his foot and kicked him into the stomach, sending Jabuja flying away. And as Jabuja flew away, Naruto stomped on the ground and fly above Jabuja, and he prepared a hand signs as he breathed out a fire dragon toward Jabuja. This fire dragon simply devoured Jabuja, burning his skin as he could not even react to it. Dragon fire art was still a very strong jutsu, and it did hurt him. So Jabuja could not stand up anymore, and at this moment, three different Senwon suddenly hit his neck, rendering him unconscious and almost in the state of dead. And seeing this, Naruto suddenly realized that there was another presence nearby, but until now he did not sense this presence at all, which caused him to frown as he did not expect there to be a following ninja nearby. But this ninja introduced himself as a Anbu from the Mist Village, and he was there to bring Jabuja back dead. So after checking his condition, they decided to take back Jabuja. He decided to take back Jabuja, and Kakashi did not interfere with that, and Naruto also did not interfere because he simply did not know whether Jabuja was dead or alive. At least he could not sense any life in Jabuja right now. Just when they were going toward Tajuna's house, Kakashi realized that the person who just shot Jabuja was not a Mist Ambu, rather he was a partner of Jabuja, and that Jabuja might not be dead. Instead, he should be on fake death state. So after this, they might once again need to face Jabuja, and this time the person who attacked Jabuja might be the one they need to face as well. So Kakashi decided to give them a little bit of training, but obviously Naruto was almost as strong as him, so he could not teach Naruto anything. But he still decided to teach Sakura and Sasuke about tree climbing. Since Sasuke was already following Naruto for training, he already knew tree climbing. So Sakura was the only one left behind. So after teaching Sakura about tree climbing and water threading, he decided to teach a killing move to Sasuke and Naruto, both of them. Naruto, he decided to teach him Rasengan, while he decided to teach Chidori to Sasuke, since Sasuke needed a killing move like Chidori, while Naruto also needed a killing move that could actually fit him well. And Sasuke was happy with that. Of course, Naruto was also happy, and he did not expect that the Rasengan to suit him quite well, because this move was quite powerful, and also it could suit him really well since he liked to use taijutsu during the battle, and this was a move that does not require any hand seals. So for the next few weeks they continued training. Naruto easily mastered his Rasengan with his shadow clone cheating and also his superior chakra control, but Sasuke was having a hard time. He had not opened his Sharingan. Well, he had opened his Sharingan, but he could not use it properly right now. And even during the battle with Naruto, he was not pushed to the brink of death to awaken his Sharingan, so obviously he could not use it right now. And seeing this, Kakashi decided to let Sasuke face that masked man so that he would be pushed to the limits of death in order to awaken his Sharingan. And if he still could not, then Naruto is allowed it to save Sasuke. And just like that, they finally got engaged in a battle with Jabuja and Haku one day, and this time Naruto was not late, but he still had kept a shadow clone to protect Tajuna and his family, since they were also in the radar of Gato. So after he left this shadow clone, he decided to go and fight Jabuja and Haku. Of course, he was not allowed it to fight that easily, since his job was to look after Sasuke, while Kakashi faced off against Jabuja. And this time, seeing every move that Jabuja had, Kakashi decided to go all out from the start as he fought Jabuja. Haku fought against Sasuke, and this time Jabuja asked Haku to go all out, since Naruto was still behind Sasuke, and this caused Haku to use his demonic ice mirror jutsu to simply defeat Sasuke as soon as possible. Of course, seeing this, Sakura asked Naruto to help Sasuke, but obviously Naruto was not going to help Sasuke that easily, since it required Sasuke to go near death state in order to awaken Sharingan, and he also hoped that Sasuke could awaken Sharingan in this battle. Except Haku was not going easy on Sasuke; he was going all out, and his attacks were quite devastating, as he could use one-handed seals to create a massive ice structures from the beginning, and these were quite powerful. Even with the fire style from Uchiha, Sasuke could not break this ice, and this caused him to get cornered quite easily. And the pressure building up from Haku was constantly pushing him into the limits of his own, and although he could bear it, Sakura could not. She started cursing Naruto for not helping Sasuke, as he was just enjoying the battle, and she although understood the intention behind Naruto's or rather Kakashi's call for Sasuke to face against Haku. She did not understand why they were pushing Sasuke to such limits, and this caused Naruto to frown. Although he did not like Sakura, now he was even starting to hate her, since he did not understand why she could not understand their goodwill. Although Sasuke was getting wrecked by Haku, he was still getting up and not admitting defeat, and because of this there was a chance that he could awaken his Sharingan. And such a simple fact, Sakura could not understand it, which made him think that she did not like him, and she was just trying to make an excuse to curse him, which make him even more disappointed at Sakura. But still he did not go and interrupt Haku and Sasuke's battle until he saw an attack that was so powerful that Sasuke could not block it. He finally decided to intervene, but just when he was going to intervene, Sasuke made a strange move that pushed him out of the way of that attack, and it was even before that attack reached near him, which is the main reason why he was able to dodge it in the first place. And just when Naruto arrived there, he saw Sasuke with Sharingan and two Tomoe Sharingan, and as soon as he saw that, he congratulated Sasuke for awakening it and told him to rest, since he's pretty much beat up right now. If he tried to fight even more, he would be consumed to death, which is not a good thing for him. And Sasuke, although wanting to fight, decided to follow Naruto's advice and went back. Finally, it was the battle between Naruto and Haku, and this battle went easy for Naruto. Using his fire style, he was able to burn Haku's eyes. Although it could not do much of damage, but his taijutsu could keep up with Haku's speed, and more importantly, Naruto had learned a powerful move during his time training with Kakashi, and this move was Rasengan. Channeling a massive amount of chakra into his Rasengan, he increased the size of the Rasengan into a massive ball and slammed it against Haku's Ice Mirror Jutsu and simply destroyed it. After destroying it, he decided to incapacitate Haku, but just when he was trying to do that, Haku suddenly disappeared and appeared in front of Kakashi's Chidori and saved Jabuja. Although Jabuja was quite sad, he still put an arrogant face and said thank you to Jabu for working as a tool. And this pissed off Naruto, as he immediately went rage mode and slammed a fist against Jabuja and crushed him on the ground and started shouting at him why he treated a person like a tool instead of a partner, even though this person just took an attack from him. Obviously, Naruto could not see through Jabuja's emotions, but Kakashi was an elite ninja. He could see through Jabuja's intention, and he immediately noticed Jabuja's sadness in his eyes. So he decided to stop Naruto before he could inflict any more damage to Jabuja. And at this moment, Gato's men and Gato arrived as they tried to attack Jabuja and other ninjas. Although these samurais were a lot in number, they were not strong. Even Jabuja, who was already enraged because of Haku's death, started slaughtering them. And after they killed all of those Gato's men, they finally stopped. Jabuja, who was already almost on his deathbed because of those samurai's attacks and previous consumption of chakra against the battle with Kakashi, laid next to Haku and cried as he slowly closed his eyes and decided to die with Haku as well. Death of Haku and Jabuja made him realize something, made Naruto realize that without strength he would not be able to protect his partner and keep them safe. And knowing that, he decided to train even more after returning to Konoha. Soon they finished their mission in Land of Waves, but there was a strange aura around Team 7. The distance between Sakura and Naruto was growing apart and apart, and even Kakashi could see it clearly. He could see that Naruto could not stand Sakura anymore, and Sakura, despite knowing that she was wrong, she was not willing to apologize to Naruto that easily. And this caused Kakashi to rub his head in distress, but he still continued. They finally returned to Konoha, and upon arriving in Konoha, they first get their payment for the task, and after that Naruto went to his home and ate some food and decided to sleep, because he was quite tired of all this walking and battles. So this sleep in his own bed was quite comfortable for him. After the sleep, the next day he woke up. After having some breakfast, he decided to join his team, and because of the communication barrier between Team Sevens. There was a complete silence until Kakashi arrived, and they continued doing some normal D-rank missions until Kakashi finally gave them the news about Chunin exam. And yes, Chunin exam will be happening very soon, and everyone was excited for it. Upon discussing about that, Naruto took the form and signed his name on it. And after returning the form to Kakashi, just when he was going home, he met Team 8, which was Hinata's team. And seeing Hinata, he immediately rushed toward her to say hello. And Hinata was although shy, not as uncomfortable as in original. She also politely replied to him, and obviously Kiba was still rambling about his missions and his superiority to Naruto despite losing him in strength. But Shino was simply just keeping his quiet and cool look, while Kurenai was giving curious gaze toward Naruto, as he was a person who literally changed Hinata from a shy girl to a capable ninja. She also knew that Naruto was training quite a lot with Team 7 members as well, and they have grown a lot stronger than in the original. So, of course, she did not know about the original. She only thought they were a lot stronger than normal Genins. And after that, after their discussion, they also met up with Team 10, and all of them decided to go for a barbecue where Naruto was a bit uninvited by them, but still with the team member being very close to Naruto, he still got a chance to eat together with them. And they had a lot of fun. They talked about their missions, and Asuma and Kurenai were surprised that Naruto faced against a Jonin level character and even won against him. And of course, Team 10 bragged about Naruto's strength, especially Ino, who had shifted all of our attention from Sasuke to Naruto, obviously, because she found that although Naruto was more focused on gaining strength and was not as handsome as Sasuke, he was pretty polite and also cool and also strong, like really strong, who could protect her. And because of this, there was a strange rivalry between Hinata and Ino, because both of them liked Naruto, and both of them did not wanted to give Naruto to each other. So there was a tension between them, but even so, they were still good sisters. Unlike Sakura and Ino, who always bickered with each other. They also discussed about upcoming Chunin exam, and they said that everyone was ready for the exam. Obviously, Naruto was also ready, and while they were talking about it, Naruto found something interesting, that Asuma was a kenjutsu user where he uses chakra knife in most of his attacks as well as fire style. So he decided to ask how to strengthen his wind style, and because he has wind attribute, Asuma obviously did not have a lot of connection with Naruto, so he was not sure whether to help him or not. But Team 10 convinced him to help Naruto, and he did. From that day on, he taught Naruto how to acquire wind transformation and wind nature transformation. And after teaching him that, Naruto started combining wind nature transformation into his Rasengan, which in turn made wind style Rasen Shuriken. And although this move was quite strong, he realized that it would also harm his own arm, so he decided not to use it right now and could only use it in a desperate situation. And so after that, Chunin exam also arrived, and they went to pass the Chunin exam. The first game was first stage was obviously written exam, which although hard for Naruto still passed thanks to 10th question. And after passing the first exam, they went for the second exam where they had to get the scroll, opposite scroll from another team inside the death forest. So after taking their scroll, they decided to hunt down for another team for the scroll. And just as they continued hunting quite few, they did not find their own required scroll until a certain woman arrived with a scroll that was exactly the opposite of them. And she said that if they could take it from her, it would be theirs. And saying so, she put it inside her mouth and swallowed it entirely. Seeing this, Naruto was quite disgusted, but he still knew that he needed to defeat her as soon as possible. So he was ready for the battle, although he did not knew how strong she was. Just because of her chakra, he knew that he had to go all out, especially in tuning exam. So that's it, guys. I don't think I will continue the tuning exam in this episode, and the battle between Orochimaru and Naruto obviously going to happen in the next episode. So stay tuned for that, and everything after that until OG Naruto would happen in the next episode. I think that's how I'm going to do it. And after that, Shippuden would either take one or at least two episodes. So for that, stay tuned, subscribe, and see you in the next video.